Welcome to week 2, everyone. I have a few quick announcements to make, and I'm wishing you in advance a great week during Module 2. So some announcements. I'm going to look down a little bit because I have a little list here. Thank you for your work in the discussion board during Module 1. Y'all, I have answered all the syllabus questions on the discussion board, so please check for my response if you haven't seen that yet. I want to show you all a couple of things that I think will help you to continue to feel comfortable in the class. So a couple of things about the gradebook, y'all. I will try to have grading done for each module after the module is over. And so I'll work on grading on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So I'm really hoping to have the gradebook all the way up to date by Wednesday and maybe even sooner. Just wanted to let you know my practice there. I'm pretty much trying to maintain your connection to me during the week, whether you ask a question in the discussion board, in the Q&A forum, or via email, and just trying to maintain your connection to the coursework during the week, and then I'll do a lot of the grading the following week, just so you understand the practice there that I will do this semester. Another comment about the gradebook, and I'm not going to show the gradebook in the video, y'all, because I just don't want to reveal any confidential information about your grades. But I did add 2 columns last week, the 2 check-in grade columns with the deadlines for check-in meeting 1 and check-in meeting 2. So check that out. I did work with a couple of students, and some students have already completed their check-in. So you can start doing those as soon as possible. Some students were talking to me already about the rhetorical analysis. So I went ahead and added those gradebook columns in. And I want to show you the syllabus. Still talking about grade, y'all. You all asked such great questions in the discussion board during Module 1, but not many folks asked about the graded assignments. So I want to talk to you just a minute. I'm at the bottom of page 6 of the syllabus, and you see that your journal, the one that's private, only posts those discussion board posts to me as journals. No one else in class can see them. Those are worth 150 points total. So that means each journal could be worth anything from 10 to 20, maybe even 30 points, depending on how much work you're doing in that journal. The next grade component for your overall grade is the work you're doing in D2L, either on the discussion board or in the quiz tool. You'll take your first quiz during Module 3. Remember, quizzes aren't quizzes. They're practice of some kind of writing skill. So that's 20% of your grade. So far, 35% of your grade is discussion board work. And I'm pointing all of this out, y'all, because you don't want to miss a lot of those points. And doing the work, just doing the work and showing me you've met all the requirements for those discussion board posts earns you the full points. The only way you'll miss points is if you don't do all of the work, or if you post it up to a week late, and I know because you're taking advantage of the grace period, you won't lose any points either. So just make sure you follow all the instructions and pretty much you do the work. Show me you're applying the skills I'm asking you to practice, and you'll get the points there. For 35% of your grade. Complete the writing check-ins. That's another 10% of your grade. So now we're up to 45% of your grade. I had a couple of questions in the discussion board. Is participation. That's participation right there, you all. But you have to do the assignments to earn the points. So then the rest of the course grade are your 4 essays at 75 points each, 30% of your grade total. And then the last assignment of the semester. So let me just stop and talk for a few minutes about the revisions. There were so many questions about the revision policy. So you have 4 essays. When you submit it to me and I grade and assess it, and assess means I give you individualized comments on the quality of your writing, you will have 1 opportunity to revise each of the 4 essays. Those opportunities to revise the 4 essays are not required, but what is required is this final revision and reflection on your revision at the end of the semester, and I want you to pay attention to how much that is worth. It's 250 points. It's 25% of your grade, which will have a big influence on your final grade if it's not prepared effectively and thoughtfully and really taking revision seriously. So I offer the 4 optional revisions after you first submit an essay. You have one chance to revise that graded essay, so that you're working towards that final revision. So you have an opportunity to revise much earlier in the semester than you would just waiting until the end of the semester. So I want to point the connection out between those 2 assignments because some students get upset, concerned that 25% of their course grade is not earned until the end of the semester. But that's actually not true if you take advantage of the optional revisions on each of the 4 essays that we'll be working out throughout the semester. So I wanted to just talk about that quickly to make that connection clear to you all. All right, I'm looking at my checklist to make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh yeah, one other thing I want to show you all is that I did add on the content page a quick access to my contact information. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom and go to check-in meetings with Beth, I post all the ways you can get in contact with me. The Zoom office hour on Thursdays, the link to that is available now. I had that on Thursday and met with 2 students who showed up. And then a reminder, oops, sorry about that. A reminder that you should email me with at least 24-hour advance notice of your need for a check-in meeting. That gives me time to schedule it and make sure that it fits my schedule and fits your schedule. And that way, that is all clear because many people ask that. How do I do this check-in meeting thing? So I think I've answered all those questions, but wanted to let you know all of the information about the check-in meetings is at the bottom of the table of contents. And I think that's all I have. Sorry for the longer announcement, but just wanted to make sure again that you're all feeling comfortable in the class and looking forward to working with you in Module 2. Take care, y'all.